Hello everyone, welcome back to TeamAutoTrend channel. After the launch of the new Baleno, Brezza, Celerio and the facelifted XL6, Maruti Suzuki have now launched the new generation Alto K10 compact hatchback. Today over here, we have the Alto K10's top spec VXI Plus variant and we are going to check out all the features that this car offers. But before that, please make sure to subscribe to our channel as we provide detailed reviews of all variants of all cars along with regular news updates. Please support us by liking and sharing this video. Moreover, you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter for regular updates. Since the initial launch in the 1990s, the Alto brand has been the default choice for all families when it comes to trustworthy, subcompact budget hatchbacks. It has been a car which packed in all the basic essentials with adequate performance and decent comfort. Now with the launch of this all-new generation Alto K10, Maruti aims to provide even more comfort, features and quality in a complete freshly designed package. So in terms of design, this is unlike any previous generation Alto, and the front fascia now features a Hyundai Santro-like large trapezoidal grille. Not only the grille, the detailings and creases on the bumper also remind us of the Hyundai Santro. That said, none of the variants of the new Alto K10 get the provision for front fog lamps. These swept back headlamps also remind us of the Hyundai Santro. Still maintaining the tradition of the Alto K10, this new generation Alto K10 also provides the same 13-inch steel wheels with 145 section tires. Only the VXI and VXI Plus variants get the full wheel covers. Apart from the tire size, almost everything has been changed, including the side profile and the design language itself. Featuring design elements borrowed from the Celerio, this new Alto K10 seems to be more of a tall boy hatchback. Only the VXI and VXI Plus variants get body-colored door handles, but none of the variants provide body-colored ORVMs. The turn indicators are located on the front fenders instead of the ORVMs. Just like before, this Alto also gets the B pillar in body color instead of black. Now moving on towards the back, the rear fascia also reminds us of the new Celerio along with some other Maruti Suzuki cars including the Espresso, the previous generation Baleno and the new Swift. The rear design is very simple and there are two reverse parking sensors as standard. Being an Alto, it is obviously not expected to offer rear windshield wiper, washer or defogger, but these square-shaped tail lamps look rather cute for a compact car. Honestly speaking, at least in terms of the design, this car does not have the traditional Alto design language and so it is not expected to offer the similar fun-to-drive nature of the previous generation Altos. It looks more like a smaller version of the Celerio as it has grown in every way compared to any previous generation Alto. Because of the size, the interior is expected to be more spacious, so let's get inside now. Opening the driver door of this new Alto, you get to see a typical Maruti Suzuki design language. Now this being an entry-level budget-oriented car, and obviously none of the variants provide height adjustment for the driver seat. Even the fabric upholstery feels a bit basic, but still this car offers a dual-tone theme. Till date, none of the variants of the Alto has provided adjustable headrests. But still, compared to any previous Alto, this one is going to be the most spacious. To judge the space and features, let's now get into the driver's seat. Getting into the Alto K10, this here is the VXI Plus variant's interior and immediately you can see a lot of design elements that have been carried forward from the Wagoner and the Espresso. First let's take a look at the door pads. As you can see, this as expected is quite a basic design with just only essential features including a large 1-liter bottle holder, and you also get the similar door handle design seen on the Espresso and Wagoner as well. No power window switches over here because the power window controls are located on the center console, whereas the armrest is actually quite nicely ergonomically positioned. That said, no soft touch materials, everything is just hard plastic, which is quite expected. Then yes, coming on towards the dashboard again, as I already said, this easily is a mix of the Celerio, Espresso and Wagoner's dashboard design, and similarly a lot of design elements and features have been carried forward. For example, this steering wheel we have seen on the Espresso along with these steering mounted audio controls. Only the VXI Plus top spec variant gets this touchscreen infotainment system. This is the Smart Play Studio touchscreen system which we have seen on the previous S-Cross and even the older Alto as well. So this steering wheel now provides some sort of upmarket feel on this entry-level budget Alto K10. Let's just start the car, but before that, this here is the remote central locking key available from the VXI variant onwards, as you may have already seen on a lot of Maruti Suzuki mid-level cars. Superb. And let's just turn on the power. This is how the instrument cluster looks like, and this is how the touchscreen infotainment system looks like. Let's just talk about the instrument cluster now. This we have seen on the Espresso. The design almost is identical to that seen on the Espresso, and the information as well. There is the large digital speedo readout on top, whereas the orange backlit small MID looks a bit dated, but still it is okay because it's providing all the essential information and data, including distance to empty. There are 2 trip meters. That is the average mileage, instantaneous efficiency, the range, and everything. The fuel gauge is located over here, which is quite small to read, but it is completely okay. Still, on the top spec variant itself, you don't get a tachometer. Then yes, coming towards the touchscreen infotainment system, this, even though being a Smart Play Studio touchscreen, it does not have a reverse parking camera, but yes, Maruti, as usual, in the form of accessories, provides a reverse parking camera which you can fit to this car and pair it along with this touchscreen infotainment system so that the display is displayed over here itself. Then coming lower down, as I already said, there are 2 power windows on this top spec variant, for which the controls are located on the center console right beneath the touchscreen infotainment system. There are no express down functions or anything. It is just simple power window function and it works. That's it. Even the switches are carried forward from the Espresso. Nothing surprising over here. Similar to the Espresso, the center console design and almost everything reminds us of some other Maruti Suzuki car, including this AC console over here. As you can see, there are only 2 rotary knobs, whereas there are 2 slider functions. One is for the temperature control and one is for the internal and external recirculation function. The central AC button is located over here. Then coming lower down, you get a 12-volt charging socket. Alongside, you get to see a separate location for USB and aux ports, which are located together, and just below that you get to see a large pocket for your smartphones. There are 2 cup holders over here, and this here is the 5-speed manual gear lever. Well, Maruti have provided some better looking gear levers on even the Espresso and say the Celerio, but on this Alto K10 they purposefully have left this rather basic looking rubber gear lever without any chrome detailing or piano black detailing. I feel it is a bit characterful, but it could have been better in terms of looks at least, because while they have provided a touchscreen infotainment system, this looks definitely much more basic. Then there is also a small cubby hole over here underneath the handbrake lever over here, and you get this other sort of decent cubby hole at the end of the center console. The glove box is of a decent size, if not the best, but there are the 1-liter bottle holders available as standard on the front doors alone. And well, that's it basically on the dashboard. Coming on towards the right side, yes, I almost forgot, you don't get any button over here. Everything is just a dummy, and there are 5 dummy buttons in total over here, whereas for the headlamp leveling function you get a separate rotary knob instead of a traditional scroller seen on every other Maruti Suzuki car. Well, basically that's it on the dashboard. Let's now come towards the roof. As you can see, there is this one single yellow cabin lamp which is available only for the front passengers. The rear passengers don't get any illumination whatsoever, and this here is the basic IRVM, no day-night adjustment, and obviously, as expected for a budget car, you don't get a vanity mirror on the left side sun visor. Okay, let's now take a look at the rear seats now, shall we? Yes folks, this is how the dashboard of the brand new Alto K10 top spec VXI Plus variant looks like from the rear seat. You can easily be forgiven to mistake this for the dashboard of the Celerio or Espresso, because almost every design element is exactly identical. Now let's talk about the rear seats. This is one spacious Alto. This is probably the most spacious Alto launched yet in India. That's because even after adjusting my the driver seat for my height, which is 5'11" for reference, the rear seat is still spacious, providing me rather decent level of legroom and footroom as well. I have got more than enough space underneath the front driver seat to extend my feet under that, so which is quite good. That said, the rear seat space is seriously good, including the headroom. As you can already see from the outside, this is much more taller than the previous Altos and almost as tall as the Espresso over there, so headroom is also not an issue at all. The rear seats are just basic in terms of design, providing rather decent sized non-adjustable headrests, but yes, the seating comfort is pretty good for an entry-level hatchback, provided the fact that the space is also very good. The seat fabric material have been exactly carried forward from the front seats, so no difference whatsoever. The hip point is okay. It almost feels like a tall boy hatchback, which makes ingress and egress also rather easy. Just like the front doors, the rear door design is also very simple, and you get these grab handles over here along with the armrests. No fabric padding or whatever over here. And as you already know, the rear seats of the new Alto do not get power windows. The rear seat passengers have to manage with this crank type manual winding windows only. Well, basically that's it at the rear part of the Alto K10 VXI Plus. Let's now take a look at the boot space. As expected on a budget car, the boot can be opened only by pulling this lever in the driver footwell. Once you have done that, you have to go all the way back and then the boot can be opened easily. This here is the 214-litre luggage capacity boot area of the new Alto K10. This is larger than before and only the VXI and VXI Plus get this rather robust parcel tray. The overall shape and size of the boot is also very usable, except for the rather high boot sill, which means you have to literally lift every heavy luggage into the boot. Apart from that, this boot will accommodate a lot more luggage. Okay, this is an entry-level car, so you cannot expect a boot lamp or bag hooks in the boot area. And once you open the boot floor, you get to see a full-size 145 section tire with a 13-inch steel wheel. That said, it has to be noted that the jack of this Alto K10 is located under the driver's seat. Now if you want even more luggage space, you can obviously fold flat the rear seats. This 100% flat folding mechanism is available as standard. Now even after doing that, you don't get a completely flat floor, but still you get a whole lot of space for much larger luggage, including some furniture. So with the increase in size, this Alto K10 also provides better boot capacity. Let's now close this tailgate and take a look at the engine bay. This new Alto K10 is actually the fourth car to offer the very same 1-litre engine seen on the Celerio, Wagoner and Espresso. But this here is a more refined version of the 1-litre 3-cylinder K-series petrol engine, which produces 67 PS of maximum power and 89 Nm of maximum torque through either a 5-speed manual or AMT gearbox. While this engine does not provide engine idle start-stop like the Espresso, it has got the latest updates and is expected to be more refined than before. Maruti Suzuki also claims that this new Alto K10 can do 24.9 km per litre. Now let's talk about the pricing and value of this Alto K10. Yes friends, that was the brand new Alto K10 subcompact hatchback. As expected, it provides a fresh new design with fresh new interior, significantly more space and comfort than the previous version, and some additional features. However, the key point is that this new Alto K10 is based on the same hard-tech platform which underpins the Baleno and the Celerio. So this car is expected to be safer than before, but still when compared to the Celerio, the Alto K10 misses out on some features including the provision for front fog lamps and engine idle start-stop. And while the features list seems to be almost identical to that seen on the Espresso, the new Espresso now provides engine idle start-stop along with hill hold assist on the AMT variants. As a matter of fact, there is hardly a difference of Rs 40,000 between these three compact hatchbacks. So if you absolutely want a subcompact hatchback with only the basic features but you don't like the Espresso or the Celerio, then the Alto K10 can be a good choice for you. Do let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this new Alto K10 hatchback. Meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.